Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. So we do need to be kind of quick on this one, because I don't have a lot of time, but there's something really interesting that happened. So, user Jan on the Discord server decided to look into why every single run is just Forest Watcher, 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 and a little bit of Forest Watcher as a treat. And it turns out that there are 10 events, if I counted that correctly, but I did count that kind of quickly. A Mizuki run and we have to go quickly? Ugh. And 7th Curse? No, hold on. I get a mulligan here, right? We can go to Koji 7th Curse. Thank you. We'll do Mizuki next time, I'm sorry. I don't know, we'll do... I think we've done everybody but a Thutu so far, so let's do a Thutu. So, basically... there are 10 forest events that just don't trigger anymore. And out of the forest events that do trigger... the only one that's not an unlockable is Forest Watcher. So if we reset our... oh, we got the Occult Store now. Nice. Do we have Prep yet? Oh, we do have Prepare. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh my god, we got the Witch's Tree now? We are popping off. We're back into, like, normal World of Horror gaming territory. But out of all of the events that we've seen in the forest... the Forest Watcher event is the only one that's not unlockable. So if you reset your, like, save data and you went into the forest, it would literally only be enemy encounters and Forest Watcher. Because for whatever reason, all the other forest events just don't show up anymore. And you know what? You want to know what's absolutely crazy? This is a throwback of a throwback, okay? If you know, you know. If you're a World of Horror Andy, you do know. I don't have time to watch this. We've got about like 14 minutes at the most. But you know, back in the day, there was an event that we took a principled stance on, quote unquote, where we would always choose the left option that was a luck check that did stamina. It did 2 stamina damage. But if you succeeded or if you failed, the narrative implication was that you saved the dog trapped in the bear trap. And the check was that if you fail, the dog gets free, but the bear trap snaps on your hand. And then if you succeed the check, you free the dog, and then the dog joins you as an ally. What the hell happened to that? When's the last time we've seen that? What was the last World of Horror episode where we saw that event? I don't know, and I don't remember. And the thing that's crazy about it is I remember saying that literally every episode that we saw, like, we always free the dog. I remember that so clearly. But when's the last time we freed the dog? I don't remember. Do you? It's washed. Thank you. I can win the run now. Thank you. I can win the run now. And it is just, to me, absolutely crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy that there's just forest events that don't exist anymore. That are like, we've seen them, but they're, like, where are they? Like, it must have been an update to the game, but when did it happen? Because I don't remember. I feel like I would have... was it 1.0? Did 1.0 do this? I'm kind of, like, in awe right now, honestly. Right? Like, I'm kind of just completely taken aback. It's slash aback? I genuinely don't know. Like, what the hell? Nah. We don't have time for an extra investigation. Nah. We gotta go quick. I got, like, 10 minutes. There's no time for it, exactly. But yeah, so the reason why is that, like, most of the forest events just don't exist in the game right now, for whatever reason. And so it's like, you know... I don't know what to tell you. This is a slow play, but it's like, you know, it's what you want to do. I think it's like objectively the correct decision to make. And then you just kind of do this, and then you feel pretty good about your 90% chance instead of an 80% chance. It's look who it is. The camera's great. I love the camera. It's a really good item. I like knowledge, honestly. We'll take an Indomitable Cut. You know what? I wanted knowledge, but now I have the knowledge of pain. Fair enough. I'll take, listen, we gotta be on the lookout for 3 books. That's book number 1, Library. Oh my god, is that a Runia reference? Yo, what up? Demon Mask is good, but I think the camera's better, actually. I think the only mask that I would take over, the camera is probably the Funny Mask, just because it's so OP. Now, we do have Memory Extract. I don't really like the idea of 2 60% chances deciding the game, but doing the camera doesn't really benefit us in any way. But we need to kill him in 2 turns. 3 turns and it's, like, significantly less worth it. Because we would definitely have to Memory Extract. But we could throw the Demon Mask, honestly. I think you could run. I think this is a pretty safe run, just because it's like, we do want the EXP, but we're spending that EXP to heal afterwards. Amazing. Immaculate. Hole Ridden Thing, second enemy, by the way. You're gonna have to remember that one for your back pocket for later. Is it possible to complete this in time? I have no idea. Morbid Mermaids, Moonlit Sailors, Abnormal. I mean, we're going into a forest mystery. We have to go to the forest twice. And, I guess we'll be doing that now. Oh, we already got the handcuffs. What am I doing? Get me out of here. Now, 7th Curse is really nice because we don't have to deal with, any of these silly shenanigans. I think you gotta take the Doom once, and then we'll take the Strength the other time. We'll divvy it up. We'll divvy the punishment up. Because our Strength sucks right now. Oh, funny Old God event, huh? I guess that's another thing that could dilute the pool, is if you have, like, an Anywhere Old God event, but usually those aren't that good. Yeah, we'll just take the, we'll take the stamina damage. Maybe we should have taken the sanity damage. Maybe we should have. But I feel like 8 is, like, I feel like 8's pretty respectable. Forest Note is not a book, by the way. Unfortunately. Alright, what do we got here? Give me something good. Art Knowledge, Outdoorsman, Reporter's Bag. All these are, like, pretty dog shit, but we can up our strength, I guess. Maybe Outdoorsman is the play, just so that our 6 luck goes to 7, so that Forest Watcher is a little bit more consistent. But we're never gonna level our luck higher than that. This is crazy. I almost want to reset the save file again, just to see if we can get, like, Yumiko really early on. I don't remember how to unlock Yumiko. But, like, if we can get Yumiko really early on, and then just run the, like, 9-8 Forest Watcher Gauntlet, depending on, like, we could go to Freaky Feature of Found Footage, where there's, it's like a 4x3 grid instead of a 3x3, and we could just run the Gauntlet, dude. How many coin flips can she win? It's heavily in her favor, but... Okay, this is absolutely something that you do. 100%. This is a perfect thing that you can do right here. We might have even been able to use the camera and get, like, a pretty good outcome, or, like, a better outcome, but I don't really have the time to think about that. I got less than 8 minutes. I got less than 6 minutes, dude. I gotta go. Hell yeah, perception check moment? We can get this shit out of our inventory. It doesn't matter. Now we can hold on to this sewing kit for, like, basically no reason. We could use it, though, I guess. Let's see. This one's a little sketchy, but we did just get the sewing kit, so I think you can ball. I think you can play ball. I think you can absolutely play ball. This is a 90% chance. The camera's just too good, honestly. Chat, the camera's just too good. You know it's too good, right? It's really just, like, you see the results that we're getting here, and it's like... You see the results that we get regularly. We do need an ally to die. Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. It would have to be... We would have had to... The only way that would have worked is if we got Hermit. And that's not really... I don't really want to roll that dice. 1 bite won't hurt? Sure. Branded like cattle, huh? It's not really a good thing. Branded. No. It's fine. It's fine. You know... Our luck... is... I mean, sure, we'll just waste time. Or we'll get a second memory extract for free. I kinda dig that. That's a vibe. That's an aesthetic. beating this run without casting memory extract once, and we just keep collecting memory extracts. That would be pretty funny. We're gonna have to do, like, a special episode for some of those endings, by the way. Like, we're either gonna have to be on a god run, or we're gonna have to be doing some kind of special, but... I mean, just take the EXP. Put the EXP in the bag, bro. Abnormal arms, moonlit sailors, mermaids. You know, we haven't actually discarded... Like, yeah, we could totally discard 2 items to get this. I think it's justifiable, because yes, we could totally get a book in this mystery, but if we use this, this counts as discarding, and then we can discard the demon mask, which I think is completely okay. Unfortunately, it's still timeline A, so we're actually not getting an ending at all. So that kind of sucks. I was hoping it was timeline B, so that we could get A, a light source, and B, a new ending, because I do have to think about that now, because I'm actually trying to go for completion, but it's kind of crazy, like, since there are just events that aren't in the game anymore, because I reset my save file, it's gonna be like, well, they are in the game, but, like, for some reason you can't see them. We never see them. Like, it's gonna get to a point where we legitimately, like, I don't know, I'll take leadership. I just get my stats up. It's gonna get to the point where, whatchamacallit, we're not gonna be able to see all of the events in the game, so we're never gonna be able to fill out the event encyclopedia. So there's no real point in trying to 100% this game right now, because you can't. From a event and enemy encyclopedia, right? But, like, you can't fill in all of those entries, but you can fill in... I mean, I guess you just take the 2 funds. That's fine. I don't think we're gonna make it in 4 minutes. Also, Branded is proccing literally every single time. What is this? Look at this shit. It's still going! Hello? Oh, thank God it didn't happen again. Like, what the hell? Like, I think we lose just because Branded procced, like, how many times? 5 Doom for free? That's crazy, man. Also, I went to a doomed location, didn't I? That's why our Doom's so high. I think I lost because I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. Sure. Actually, maybe I should have gone into mermaids so that we could have tried to, do something else. But yeah, my Doom's so freaking crazy, man. Like, what am I supposed to do to get that down? Like, how do we get that Doom down there? How do we get less Doom? We're at 75 Doom. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good start. -5 Doom. Do we like to see that? Can it happen again? Could that happen like 3 more times in a row or something? No? Okay. That's fine. Wait, listen, you gotta play a little sketchy sometimes. You gotta play a little sketchy. Oh my god, branded mark? +1 Doom? I'm so happy. By the way, the side quest here doesn't affect the ending. It doesn't affect the ending at all, so... We're just, hoping it's timeline B so that we can fight the boss, which I never thought I would ever say, but... This is actually a new ending, so we'll take it. I don't think we're making it in 2 minutes. I don't think we're making it in 2 minutes. This is a 67% chance times 2. It's pretty awful. But alternatively, we could do something like this. That's, like a 77? Feels pretty good. Now, you know, admittedly, probably want to dodge one of those at some point. I can't complain. We've dodged every single attack so far. I think you gotta do it again, though. I think you do. Just because it's really strong. 277%? That's a much better deal. I'd take that deal. Would you take that deal? I mean, it worked out for me. But that's Gambler's Falaki thinking that, you know, this is gonna do 7 normally, right? Yeah, it's gonna do 7 normally, so this is probably fine? Yeah, I wouldn't have made the QTE anyways if I tried. Quick thinking, huh? I do want to get our strength up. That's gonna be pretty important. But our stamina is starting to worry me. Blood Moon is also starting to worry me, because it means we're definitely not killing the boss from that one mystery. I think you gotta go stamina because you have memory extract ×2, so you can even forget memory extract and still remember memory extract, which is a very funny little thing. And we have sewing kits, so I think that's just kind of how you have to do it. I mean, I don't think this works, but I'll take you up on that. Oh, it did work. Holy crap. I remember the Genji Ito Park didn't with the free spellcast. It did not work with most things, so. But yeah, it's just kind of it's just kind of wild. It's just kind of crazy, honestly, how this game sort of has worked out. About, like, hey, you know, there are just events that we all remember, right? Like, you all remember the dog being trapped in the bear trap, right? But, like, that shit doesn't exist anymore, man. It's not, it ain't here. It's not a thing. So this is gonna suck, right? 60? Ugh. I mean, this would kill, but that's, you know, like a 80, which is pretty good, but we can do better. We can do better, chat. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the sewing kit. We're going to block, and then we are going to send her down to... Actually, how do we want to do this? I almost want to just, like... I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. But trust me, even if we get hit, trust me, even if we get hit, it's 90-90, which is a lot better. And then I guess we'll just hover over the throw and then die. Listen, it is what it is. Do you want to take an 80-80, or do you want to take, like, a, well, actually, how would have that gone? She's, like, 22 HP, right? So she goes down to 16? That's still not very good. If you hit that. Like, it's much better, but you still have to hit 2 attacks, but you could probably do, like, a kick. But still, that's, like, that's still a 90, right? Like, that's, like, you boost... That's still a 90. We missed a 90. So it's, like, I don't think you can really complain about, like... Oh, you know, you could have done a 90 like this, or you could have done a 90 like that. I also didn't have time to consider it. Anyways, I gotta go. I apologize, a rushed episode. I do apologize about that. Absolutely insane, though, that just, like... I'll give you, like, a couple more minutes here, just because I don't, like... I'm supposed to get, like, you know, a sign that it is time to go. But, like, you look at the events codex, and it's like... where on Earth are some of these events? We're just never gonna see them. They don't exist. Also, you know, what, Trial of Blood, Acid, Pillar of Flame, Vital Clue? Are these all the ones that we've seen so far? I'm pretty sure, like, or... Wall of Photos, a few questions. Crumbling Reality, 49%. I don't know if this can ever be at 100%. Also, wasn't there just, like, blank mysteries sitting here at question mark, question mark, question mark anyways? Like, have we ever seen a progress 100% of the events codex? I have no idea. I don't know the last time I showed this off. I probably should have looked at this before I reset my save file, but it's just a very strange, it's just very strange, you know? But yeah, we'll try to fill out as much as we can. But thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.